Hello, hello. By the time you're probably seeing this, I've already made this pizza. But why would I not make this video? This is how I'm gonna show you how to make a cheese pizza. I've already rolled out the dough horribly because my first time actually cooking something homemade. First thing we want to do is set this oven to the designated temperature. For me, it's 350 on this high oven, but any other oven will be 400. First thing, this might take me a bit to open. But the first thing we want to do is open this can. I wouldn't have enough time to actually use real tomatoes or whatnot, so we're using pasta sauce, which might not work well, but if you can find better sauce out there, that's fine with you. Now, give me a bit to open this. And we're back. I managed to get this open. So, however you want to do this is all up to you. I try going for as fresh as possible, so I had these all about in the fridge to say that make sure they stay as fresh as possible. But as a wise man once told me, don't use too much sauce. Less is more. Now what we're gonna do is spread this out. Always get more spoonfuls if needed to. But I would say for the most part, just spread out the sauce. Make sure you don't just randomly toss it on. The crust is a bit bigger than what I would like, but that's fine. I can make it work. Just make sure you cover what you want. You already have you're already gonna have a bunch of flavors from the sauce in general, but you're also gonna have a lot of other flavors from the cheese and from the crust. This is also me rolling out the crust horribly, but if that's fine with you guys, then that's only fine. Then it's fine. It's fine with me because this is my first time actually cooking too. So, and again, for my pizza, you would think I've made a lot of other pizzas from the past, but no, I really haven't. I've just eaten frozen. I think one more spoonful should be enough. I've used a small spoon, so that way I didn't over sauce this pizza. Because I don't even want this to maybe one more spoonful for the outsider areas. Again, never use too much sauce because you're gonna have because I'm trying to keep it as evenly spread as possible. Okay, then I'm gonna get a smaller scoop of sauce to just dabble it over in these areas. That way, we can make sure a lot of it is coated in sauce, but that way the cheese will stick on. And we're gonna be using technically 5 types of cheese. But here I am again to make sure that it's actually me cooking. I have my hair pulled up so that way none of my hair would get into the pizza. So I'm gonna move this to the side. I'll come back later if I need some more sauce. I almost forgot. Now let you see that I'm back. Hello again. We're gonna open up our cheese. I tried going for this would be very bad if it was not in the fridge. So luckily to me, I put this in the fridge overnight. I would recommend you get your I'm gonna be smart and get some scissors to open this. Okay, I need this as well. And here is my cheese grater. So, one thing about grating cheese is don't buy pre-packaged cheese. Because it's just gonna taste, because buying pre-packaged shredded cheese is just gonna make the pizza taste all weird and whatnot. and you don't want a pizza, and the cheese won't melt as good. So, as you see here, we're gonna grate against this side. So I'm gonna start. Another thing about this is just grate your own cheese. It does not take that long. The only reason it takes so long is because people don't put their cheese in the fridge. If you put your cheese in the fridge, however, you will get good grated cheese. And the cheese will grate smoothly. You should also do this the short way around, but because I like to do things the hard way, I'm doing it the long way around. But don't do what I do. Do it however you want. Except for prepackaged cheese. Just try doing everything homemade for once on your own. And before you people ask, yes, I did wash my hands. Hence why my sleeves are still pulled back. Now, while that probably doesn't mean anything yet, you can actually see that this cheese is grating pretty well. I mean, look at it, it's almost gone. But if I need more cheese, which I won't because less is more. However, this is a pretty big piece of dough that I worked with. I'm gonna use a lot of, not that much cheese, but I'm probably gonna coat it in a good amount of cheese. See the bunch, that one spot in my pizza is like pretty much open. I'm gonna put my cheese down for a bit, get my spoon, and drizzle a tiny bit more sauce into it. That way, we can actually make sure that this cheese will stick on. You don't want a pizza where the cheese just doesn't. I know you can't see it, but again, just do everything how you want. Put your own personal toppings on too. I'm gonna put this back on. Gosh, that's pretty sharp. However, I didn't fully listen to my advice about the cheese. We're gonna have to use a more or so pre-packaged shredded cheese. However, I couldn't find the actual solid version of Fontina within, okay? So this is a long process for me, I know. And by this point, you should hear the oven tell me that it's ready for. Oh, that's fine, I can say. I'm probably not going to use all the cheese, but that's fine. There it is. And look at how much cheese there is, too. This is how much grating I have done. And at this point, I'm doing a pretty good job for it being my first time. Now, for the cheese. Just watch, okay? Just watch. I'm not putting too much on it, but I probably will. But if you want good consistency, I would advise to not put a ton of mozzarella. Like you actually watching me go do the one thing I love the most, make a pizza. And to Howard and his group, no, I'm not putting pineapple on my pizza. Pineapple should not belong on pizza, and I will stand by my claim. And for my friend group, you don't know who these people are, good, because this was originally meant to be an assignment, like my ELA assignment. This is a how-to after all. Like, if I could show you this, I'm pretty sure you guys would be proud of me for actually going to my craft. Like, this is really nice. I'm enjoying the pace I'm at, and I'm sure you guys would too. I might need to grate this cheese a bit more, because I'm gonna add, because if I'm not gonna waste this, alright? I'm not gonna waste this. Don't waste this. Use all that you can. For me, in this pizza dough, it's gonna be all of it. So, back to the grater. Say hello again to Mr. Grater, and you're actually gonna watch me grate this cheese. Not that way. Absolutely not. And I don't care what you guys say, pineapple does not belong on a pizza. It is a crime and should not exist. I don't care if Hawaii never made it, they basically represent it. Hmm. And now we can add on the remains of the I'm gonna have to clean this off later, but I will certainly do that. Now, if you want, you can tear a bit of this off, and like I'm gonna do that because I want some extra cheesy bites everywhere. I know these portions won't exactly be fair, but I intend to use this entire block of cheese, and as I said, I'm not letting this go to waste. Come on, there we go. And this is how I'm gonna fund my way up of making my pizza. Now, a little trick I want to show you is I have these blue little spots right here. I can make it fourth, but I don't have much room to do so. I'm gonna make the crust fun for me. So, with these bits of blocks of cheese I have, I'm gonna use my spoon again, but not in the, and get more sauce, but not the way you think. I'm gonna gently dribble this down on each side, so that way, oh, mother, it's fine, it's gonna get eaten anyway. I can always just put sauce on it. I can always put more cheese on it. Ooh, no, 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 no. Okay. Good sauce though. So back to I'm making this a bit more fun for me to eat the crust since I never do. But what I'm doing is I'm putting the oh no, that's gonna be bad for the I'm gonna have to fix that later, aren't I? 100%. But this is not gonna be my first. Will be my first time doing it. I need a Make sure none of that sauce gets on the pizza stone though, otherwise it's gonna probably set havoc. And then taking care of my own messes here. Like a responsible person. Okay, I'm gonna continue ripping at this block until I think we're ready for the next bits of cheese. Like I said, I'm intending to use every bit of cheese that I have. Whatever I don't use though, I will clean it off and throw it all away. I know I said no waste, but sometimes everything makes it to the pizza. I know I said less is more, and I know I'm not really following by that, but it's my pizza, not yours. You don't, so screw off. I will enjoy my pizza how I want to. Alright. With my Alright, my next step is simple. I'm gonna just turn this off so that way it doesn't accidentally go, like, something will happen or anything. I know 350 degrees Fahrenheit is overall fine, but I won't take any chances. But I'm actually adding a bit of extra flavor into this. No dog. Alright. This is a 4-cheese mix of Asilgo, Fontina, Parmesan, and Provolone. I'm going to actually sprinkle a bit of it all around. We're going to get extra flavor. To pack a bit of extra punch into it. This will actually be the type of cheese that's going to stick on the bits of outer crust as well as on the pizza. So, this is all a new experience for me. You okay over there? I'm going to use a good amount of this. By the time you see this video, my recording crashed. However, you're not done yet. We are not done. You are staying here. Do I make myself clear? You're gonna see what this pizza looks like. It looks crazy, there, especially with all the blocks of cheese I pointed out. You can barely see the sauce, but sometimes I don't like seeing sauce. Yep, there's some cheese here. But I'm hoping I can throw in these extra 30 seconds plus into the main recording, as well as edit it. But yeah. I'll have a photo of before and after. See you all soon. Actually, tomorrow.